This is going to be the last cologne fragrance guide you will ever need. That way you don't have to go wasting your money on overpriced fragrances ever again. I'm going to be going through what cologne fragrances are and why they are even worth it. Then we're going to have 2 other steps that I'm not going to tell you quite yet. And then lastly, and most interestingly, I'm going to give you some recommendations on which colognes to actually buy. Colognes are simply just fragrances that are made to be copies of more expensive designer/niche fragrances. The brands that make colognes analyze the original scents with a GCMS machine. The machine just tells you the scent's different chemical components, and that way they can just mix the same components and end up with the same result. Cologne brands usually get to something like 95% similarity to the original fragrance. And now, many people have come to me and asked if cologne fragrances are even safe to use on their skin, and are they going to immediately die within the next 2 weeks if they decide to spray them on their skin? Well, the truth is that cologne fragrances are not any more or less safe than regular designer/niche fragrances, especially if you buy from reputable cologne brands. And I'll tell you how to do that in just a moment, but you can sleep your night peacefully. You're going to be just okay using these guys. So, there are a few scenarios where I find myself buying the cologne much more convenient when compared to getting the original. I mean, of course, first off, clones are, as you know, much cheaper. So experimenting with new fragrances is much cheaper compared to if you actually bought the original every single time. Even if you like how a certain fragrance smells like, in the end, you might not actually like using it because, maybe it just wouldn't be your style, or you can't find the right occasion to use it, or you just end up not liking it that much after you've gotten used to it. Also, if you do the math, you can get like 3 to up to 10 clones for the price of just one niche or designer scent. So now you can experiment with them for like a month to see if you actually like wearing them, or if they're just going to end up collecting dust. Chances are, though, that you'll enjoy at least 1 or 2 of them. Secondly, if you have a daily cologne that you burn through bottles upon bottles of, but you hate spending $100 to $400 on them every few months, you can just do what I did and get the cologne version to it and see if it's any good. Honestly, I don't know if I'll ever even really buy another real fragrance since the clones seem to perform well and it's like 95% similar anyways to the point where you can't even tell the difference. Thirdly, maybe you just don't want to fund a rich billionaire's 7th mansion. They've probably got enough money already, so personally, I'd rather get the cheaper clone and at the same time support the brands that respect us consumers with their fair prices. So buying clones can be a bit overwhelming at first. How are you supposed to know what is the clone for the scent that you're looking for? And even if you find the clone to that fragrance, how do you know if it's actually even good? Well, there's actually a very simple solution to all this. The clone spreadsheet, which actually has its own website now at clonespreadsheet.com instead of that messy Google spreadsheet we had before. And guess what? It also works well on mobile too. I did all the research to find the highest quality clones from the best and safest clone houses while also keeping the price reasonable. Just look at this. You can literally get the clone to Creed Aventus for 95% off compared to the original. Now, that's the deal if you ask me. But when you find something you like, just go ahead and click it. It'll take you straight to the clone on Amazon. And if there's a fragrance that you'd like to get added to the site, just click the button in the top right corner that says Suggest a Clone and then send me the name of the fragrance. I'll be updating the website whenever I can. Okay, now that we have all that out of the way though, let's go ahead and get into the juicy stuff that I know you've been waiting for. The recommendations. Now, to make it easier for you, you can just look up all of these in the spreadsheet afterwards. The first for summer recommendation number 1, I've got a clone of Parfums de Marly Greenly, which is Aether by Fragrance World. It is perfect for summers. In my opinion, green scents, they're just amazing. Number 2 for our summer recommendations is the clone of Creed Aventus, which is Sapil Intense Noir. Come on, bro, there's a reason it's so popular. Also, if you haven't heard about Sapil before, just let me tell you that they have been cooking with their clones. Second, I've got a few scents that you can use pretty much anywhere. And number 1, we got a clone of Bleu de Chanel EDP, which is Club de Nuit Blue Iconic from Armef. I've been using this scent as a daily driver for months, and honestly, I'm not getting tired of it. And number 2, I got a clone of Creed Green Irish Tweed, which is Rogaba by Latafa, or however you're supposed to say that. It literally doesn't matter if it's freezing or blazing hot outside. I just can't think of a situation where you couldn't use this fragrance. It is perfect for an all year round signature scent. Also, if you think I should make a guide video on how you can find your signature scent, just tell me down in the comments. Anyway, on to winter. At number 1, I have the clone of Invictus Victory, which is Victorioso Nero by Maison Alhambra. It is perfectly balanced. It has vanilla and it's sweet, so it does well on nights out, but it's also not too overpowering, so you can use it every day during the winter. Over at number 2, you guessed it, a clone of Altair by Parfums de Marly, which is Liquid Brun by Fragrance World. Damn. A lot of PDM scents on this video. But yeah, I know everyone glazes the scent, but in my honest opinion, the glaze is 100% justified. But that's going to be all, so go ahead and watch this next video. Go ahead, just click it.